Okay, let's just see how this goes. So, what's going on YouTube? My name is Eric Sun and I'm a photographer based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And today I want to talk to you about the 5D Mark IV. Now, before you click away or before, whatever, I know what you're thinking. 5D Mark IV is an old camera. It's a DSLR. Canon has all these new mirrorless cameras coming out, a whole new RF mount lenses that are coming out. Why am I talking about the 5D Mark IV? Well, for one, the 5D Mark IV is one of my favorite cameras that I've ever owned and that I've ever used, and I still use it for pretty much almost every shoot. It is a full frame camera. It is a few years old. It's got a little scuffs and scratches, but I want to talk about it because with all these new cameras and all these new bodies that are coming out, do DSLRs still keep up with mirrorless cameras? And in my opinion, 100% absolutely. And I'm just going to give you a little breakdown about the 5D Mark IV and why I think that it still keeps up, minus the photo quality. I mean, the photo quality in and of itself, it's fantastic. There's a reason why professional photographers have used this camera for years. And the 5D Mark IV, I did a quick search online the other day, and you can find some of these as low as $1,300. They're used, refurbished, but they're still in excellent condition. And for $1,300 for a new camera for you to use with this high quality, with this many functions, this reliable and consistent, I think that's an amazing deal. And you don't need to drop like $4,000 or $5,000 on a brand new camera to get top quality results. And so with the 5D Mark IV, what I shoot is I shoot real estate, architecture, portraiture, and events. Those are the ones that I specialize in. Those are the genres that I shoot and that I enjoy shooting and that pay me. So without further ado, here's the 5D Mark IV right here. This is the front side of it. It is a beast of a camera. It is built really well. Here's the back side of the camera. And here's the side of the camera with all the cables, all the cable extensions that you can plug in. And here's the front or the top part of it. And a great thing about this camera is that it does track the face really well. You can also change the autofocus modes to go after vehicles, animals, whatever. Same thing with the R5 or with any other mirrorless camera. You just have to go in and change the setting to fit whatever you're shooting. But with this said, the reason why I love this is the photo quality. And this can also shoot 4K 30. It does not shoot 4K 60, which is a complaint of mine, kind of. And also shooting 4K 30, the video codecs are a little big. Just giving you the real talk down, like the downside of this is that those are a couple problems that I've run into, but they have not been issues in terms of what I shoot. I do have other cameras that I use for video as well. It's not just this, but this is my photo camera hands down by far. And a great thing about this camera is that there's a dual memory card slot right here. It has a compact flash memory card, and it can hold an SD card as well right here. So it has dual recording. You can dual record. You can record one camera or one memory card or the other. The viewfinder, I find the viewfinder on a DSLR being so much more reliable than a viewfinder, or so much faster, I should say, than a viewfinder on mirrorless, because the viewfinder right here, the sensor, literally what you see is what you get. And regardless of the light output in the room, if whatever you can see with your naked eye is what you will see out of the viewfinder. And I find that so much more reliable, so much easier, and so much quicker, that if I'm in a low light environment, I can literally just look in the viewfinder, boom, grab the shot, have a point focus, press the shutter, grab the shot, and that's it. I'm not using, I'm not waiting for anything to process to come up. Like, it's literally just a mirror. I see it as fast as I can normally, and as fast as my eyes can see it. And as you can see inside, that there is that mirror that flips up and down. I probably do need to clean this. but it has all your menu settings right here. A lot of things are there's a lot more buttons on this camera that you can actually feel instead of having to look on the screen and touch it and change your settings or whatever. It's a lot faster to be able to feel it, because while I'm walking around or while I'm like engaging with my subject or whatever, I can feel the buttons on the top or on the dial or on the back, and I can manually adjust it as I'm talking, and I don't need to look down. I don't need to do that. I can keep eye contact, stay focused on my subject, making them feel comfortable with the shoot, encouraging them, what have you, and change the settings, pull the camera back up to my face, take the photo, boom, it's done. So I do really like that aspect, and you can call me old school with it, but I do find that to be a strength with some of the older cameras where there are a lot more buttons. Granted, the bodies are a lot bigger, partially because of the mirror, but also because of the buttons. And I really love that. My workflow, I mean, I've just adjusted to do that and to work really quick with it. And I prioritize efficiency and accuracy on my shoots. I mean, I'm sure photographers and videographers everywhere do, but just being able to show up on set, on site, do what I need to do, know how to work my camera, do it quick, be accurate with it so we don't have to waste time trying to change settings or like having the client to pause and wait for me to get my settings right or whatever. I can just do all of that, be quick, in and out, send them the photos quick, they're happy, I get paid, I'm happy, and it's because of this. So do I think that DSLRs still keep up with mirrorless cameras? 100% they do. And if you're thinking about going to a full frame, but you want to save some money and you don't have the mirrorless money, the 5D Mark IV is definitely still a camera that I would highly recommend and that I still use for all my professional work. And I'll be showing you some photos up on the screen of the photos that I've taken with the 5D Mark IV, and you can judge for yourself. I mean, granted, these are still the genres that I shoot, the ones that I make money with and that clients pay me for. So if it's not something that you shoot, you can at least still see the quality that it comes in, that you can create with this camera. And this whole video is shot in 4K, so just keep that in mind as you look at the resolution. Like, the only thing that I'm doing with the photos is that I'm just resizing them to fill up the whole screen. So yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think. Do you still use DSLRs? Do you have the 5D Mark IV? Or are you interested in even upgrading to getting a full frame camera from a crop sensor, or you're just trying to get into photography as a whole? Let me know. Let me know what you think, your thoughts. I'm not trying to start a war here if you think that DSLRs or mirrorlesses are better, but I am saying that DSLRs, they still keep up and put up a fight with mirrorless cameras in today's day and age, and they are significantly cheaper. I'm cheap. I'm all about saving money, especially with photography becoming even so much more expensive with all these subscriptions, camera bodies, lenses, accessories, everything is getting more expensive. I'm all about saving money and save it where you can, but still creating the quality that you want. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.